The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
2, 1. Podcast intro. This is the start of the podcast show.
Listen to the podcast and your brain will grow.
Oh, it will probably explode.
It's full of all the things that you need to know.
I love that you guys are the ones that initiated the sing-along tonight.
People might not believe that, but we didn't pre-plan that song. We didn't rehearse that. We didn't write down the music. That's talent.
I have way more lyrical genius to come straight off the top of my dome.
There is one that I have pre-written, though. Are you ready for it? It's been a while.
If it's the ABBA song...
Thank you for the music.
It's been a while.
Here's the podcast.
Today on the show. Should we start singing on the show?
Yeah. You say I'll turn it down.
Okay. Today on the show, we have Morgan Freeman as a young man impersonations. We talk about racial profiling, and we have Guy the Travel Guy's Guide to Travel. Woohoo!
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Sometimes I just feel so lonely.
The Edge, Guy, Sharyn and Clint. When the light goes on, it means the microphones are on.
Sorry, personal chat there, personal chat.
What were you saying?
He said sometimes I just feel so lonely.
Had a real Rachel Smalley there, guys. Sorry about that.
How come you're lonely when you're in a room with two of your friends?
We're having a good time. We're having a real good
Do you want
time.
to lick at my ice cream?
Oh, thanks, Sharyn.
Lick, not bite. Okay.
That's actually so good.
Yeah.
I did such a creepy lick as well. Sorry about that.
No, I'm going to lick it. It's like we've pashed.
So, one of the things... It's not like we've pashed at all. So one of the games we've been playing today around the office, which, let's be honest, I haven't been great at it. It was actually Clint who came up with the game. Was talking in a Morgan Freeman voice about things that maybe young people were into. Clint had the theorem that you don't see many photos or much. You don't hear much about Morgan Freeman as a young man.
I was watching Seven, the Brad Pitt movie with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt in it on the weekend, and he was playing an old cop who was retiring in that movie, and that was 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, Morgan Freeman was an old man, and 20 years later, he's still an old man. So I don't know if Morgan Freeman was ever a young man. And you can't really think of him as being a young man, can you?
I can't.
It's weird to think of him as one.
When I think of him as a young man, he's still got the same face. His body's just smaller and shorter.
But he has to have the same voice, right? Like, he has to be...
Do you think he's always had that wise... No, you grow into your voice, though, don't you? He's always had that... He hasn't always had that wise voice.
We don't know.
It'd be funny if he did, though,
so
right?
So if he was like our age, talking about everyday stuff, like what would it sound like?
Like if Morgan Freeman was talking about like gaming and stuff, like if he was talking about his PlayStation. The problem with the PlayStation 4 is it's not retro compatible, which renders all of my Tekken games null and void.
I can't do a Morgan Freeman voice.
Give it a go. Try one.
Hang on. Morgan Freeman always waits 20 minutes before texting back a girl.
I loved her, and I thought she loved me. So naturally, I sent her a Snapchat of my penis. Needless to say, I won't be doing that again.
Morgan Freeman appreciates the one-night stand, but will now give you a fake phone number.
Guy, can you do a Morgan Freeman voice?
I feel like in my head I can, but in my voice I can't.
Okay.
Sharyn unfollowed me on Twitter. And that was a real tragedy.
Why is Morgan Freeman British?
Was I in the... Because he sounds posh.
They say in any breakup, it takes two to tango. But for the life of me, I can't help but feel I've been dancing alone for a while now. And I don't want to update my relationship status.
Morgan Freeman, very drunk, just spewed on own genitalia.
No.
The problem with spewing on Morgan Freeman's penis is the penis belongs to Morgan Freeman. Should we open this up to everybody?
If you can do better than that, you should call in to 0800 The Edge and give us your best Morgan Freeman as a young person impersonation.
Yeah,
it'll be good.
Put Morgan Freeman in 2014. We won't judge too much on what your impression is like. We just want to hear it. 0800 The Edge.
It must be better than mine. We're doing Morgan Freeman as a young man. I've started slowing down and talking a little bit more like him.
I can't talk to you right now because I have to Instagram the ice cream I'm about to eat.
We're doing Morgan Freeman Freeman as a young man, which is not easy, but if you work hard.
My favourite Instagram filter would probably be a combination of Inkwell and Heafy. But to this day, I'm not sure which I prefer.
I am so glad you just did that one, especially because I always thought the Instagram filter was Hef, not Heafy.
Well, it could well be Heafy, but who's to say?
We've actually got people that have called up with their young Morgan Freeman impressions.
Yeah, there's some people here who want to give it a go.
Daniel, give us your young Morgan Freeman.
I am Morgan Freeman. Please step into my closet, and I will show you a place full of joy, laughter, and happiness. This was once the place called Narnia.
That was superb.
That was pretty good, Daniel. We wait there. You're definitely getting a prize. Ryan, give us your young Morgan Freeman.
Well, my Morgan Freeman voice when I eat my bacon and egg pie or my sausage roll is very exquisite. Although I'm eating this bacon and egg pie, I'm wondering why I have veggies in it. And not enough bacon.
There's never enough bacon, Morgan Freeman. That is pretty good, Ryan. Well done.
The voice is good. The voice is good. I like it.
10 out of 10.
I had to practice quite a bit, I'm not going to lie. Trying.
It paid off, mate.
Imagine how hard Morgan Freeman has to work it up.
Yeah, that was really,
I
really
do
good.
genuinely feel sorry for him, yeah.
Morgan Freeman's really good at the Morgan Freeman voice.
He really is. Going to hook you up with a prize as well, Ryan. Stay there. And finally, we go to Cade. Give us your young Morgan Freeman. You got to beat Daniel and Ryan.
Morgan Freeman said to let your mother know he left a 20 on the fridge last night.
Oh, no, you didn't. I knew someone was going to bring out a Morgan Freeman, your mama joke.
Had to be done.
No, I don't know. You didn't insult my mum, but I still will hook you up with the prize. That was pretty good.
Not 100% sure on that last one.
Some of those were better than other ones.
You sound like a robot.
Some of those were better than... I can't do it, okay? I can't do it!
I actually kind of prefer you as Morgan Freeman because you're a lot quieter.
On the text machine, someone just texted in saying, "Stop it, you losers." Here's a good one.
They didn't say losers, they said looses.
They spelt it wrong. Very good point. Check this out. Good one for the text machine. I still think about... got to do it in the voice.
Yeah.
I still think about that Snapchat from time to time. Not a day goes by where I don't regret screenshotting her bits. Clint, you're better than me. Clint, you give it a go.
Give it a go. Do it.
I still think about that Snapchat from...
That's good. You were nailing it.
I still think about that Snapchat from time to time. Not a day goes by that I don't regret screenshotting her bits.
Can you please do the stop it, you losers one?
Stop it, you losers. Now you listen to me. Oh, no.
No, stop it. No, Clint just got all excited because during the songs, one of the guys from the office came and he goes, "Wow, Clint, you're really good at that voice." And now Clint's like changing his voice to be Morgan Freeman.
Someone just texted in saying, "This is your best segment ever," while Chang just signaled to wrap it up, you losers.
So we are going to wrap it up.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Yesterday we asked for your help because we wanted to make our very first music video. And this is because on our Facebook page we always do Dance of the Day and people are like, "You guys should do this properly." And so we thought, hey, it's a new month. It's April. We've got another month of the show budget.
No one really says you guys should do this properly. But in our minds, we sensed the vibes from
We
Peel.
had 3 people say it on our Facebook page.
We kind of just felt the vibes that this is what the Peel wanted to have happen.
Well, this money that Leo's
We're
given
talented individuals.
It all stems from our newfound show budget. So we saved up a bit of it and we spent it this week, last month's budget, going on the Shark Bus speed dating experience.
Yeah, that was a good way to spend some money,
So
definitely.
we've got a budget for April as well, and the deal is you either spend it or you don't. It doesn't build up. It's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
spend it or lose it.
Yeah. So we thought, let's spend it on making a music video.
And we did, and it was amazing. And yesterday when we got your suggestions, we loved one of them the most, and it came from Raquel. Raquel, what song do you think we should do for our first ever music video?
I think one with the guys where they wear their clothes backwards and stuff. The jump, crisscross.
Crisscross to make
Yeah.
Jump,
Daddy Mac will make a...
jump.
That's,
Oh, that could actually be quite cool. Will we have to wear like tracksuits and stuff like that?
I reckon that's a prerequisite.
so we took that advice.
We wore the tracksuits. We used the song. We got down like it ain't no thing.
So it's not easy to find silky Adidas tracksuits these days. They're not around as much as you'd expect.
And they don't breathe very well. Like for a tracksuit.
It was a very sweaty experience.
I found myself extremely sweaty by the end of that.
I was wearing a kid's one. It only finished at my ankles, and I was honestly the whole time paranoid that I had a camel toe.
No, you didn't. You were fine.
You had a moose knuckle, though.
My favourite thing about it was we learnt a secret talent of Sharyn. She can actually do like a wicked backflip thing.
Front flip, springy hands.
Handspring. Oh, I used to do gymnastics.
Yeah.
Sick.
You've held on to that.
Why don't we make a gymnastics video? That'd be awesome. Get me on the pummel horse. Is that the name of it?
No.
Do the vault, do the old parallel bars.
So the video's online now. It's on YouTube. It's on our Facebook page, on the Guy, Sharyn and Clint Facebook page. We're encouraging you to go and have a look at it and offer us some feedback. Some
positive, negative, what sort of feedback you got? Or you just want to call in and just have a good time.
Sam, you're going to be a Simon Cowell for us. What is your feedback on our first ever music video?
Simon Cowell, I am Morgan Freeman. I think that the Shawshank Redemption has some serious competition with your video.
I like how you've tied two of our gags together there, Sam.
It's very
well done.
It's very good. What was your favourite part of our video?
When you did the wiggity, 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 what?
Wiggity, 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 whack. That was actually me. I wrote that line for Crisscross.
Sharon's remix hands.
I wrote that when I was younger. Was there anything that...
Sharyn will tell you that she did that in one take, when really it took her about 4 or 5 or 20 goes to nail that.
Shut up. He's just jealous that he didn't get to be the rapper and he got to be the go-go girl in the background.
Sam, anything you didn't like in the video?
No, I thought it was pretty cool. It could have gone for longer. It was cut off pretty short, but no, it was cool.
All right, we'll take that.
We only had a small budget, Sam, but thank you so much for the feedback.
That's okay.
We made a music video.
Yay!
Whoop, there it is.
I feel like the haters came out and they said you couldn't do it, guys. You couldn't make a video in one night and put it out, but we did. We got on our tracksuits and we busted some moves like 3 awkward white people can. They were pretty good in places and very average in other places. That's what made it so good.
Speak for yourself. Old Shazdog. Shazdog was street meat. No way.
That sounded very wrong.
That was the first thing that came to mind that rhymed with street. Sharyn was straight up street dog.
I've actually taken up dancing recently. People always go, "Oh, Guy, whereabouts you doing that?" It's just by myself in my room, mainly. It's not like a professional dance class or anything like that. I mean to get into it, though, because dancing is probably one of the most enjoyable things in the world. I love doing it.
You and I used to do a Beyonce dance class together before we worked together.
That was too hard out, though, because I felt self-conscious because I was crap at it.
And also you were the only boy. But the best part was that it was like strike a pose and everyone would do like a sexy pose. And Guy would actually do like a full-on like yoga pose. It was real weird.
I went balls to the wall, especially seeing I was the only dude with balls in the class, which is quite awkward because I feel like if you're the only dude in an all-female class, you seem like you're praying.
Oh.
You seem like I felt seated. Do you think, it's good. If people thought I was gay, that's great.
Yeah.
Because then I don't feel seated. I was constantly worried that I was just checking out like the babes in the gym pants.
Especially because the Beyonce dance class would be quite girl power as well.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of booty shaking, a lot
female
of sensual
empowerment.
moves.
Yeah.
But luckily those moves came in handy for our music video, which we did to Crisscross's Jump Jump, which was chosen by Raquel from down in Wellington. From Christchurch, sorry.
Where can they see the video, Sharyn?
You can see it on our Facebook page now, facebook.com/Edge Afternoons. Go like our page, go have a look at our video, and you can put your review on it. And you can be harsh, you can be nice, you can do whatever you want.
Hey, don't like our page straight away, all right? Go watch the video, enjoy it, think that was a pleasurable experience, and then tick like on our Facebook page.
Hey, like it if you like it.
No,
there's no pressure here.
Actually, there is. Please like it, because we wanted to start our own Facebook page, and now we have to prove to our boss that we can get lots of likes. So we need as many as we can.
Who are you trying? How many likes do you want to get on your Facebook page?
We've got
3,000.
We've got a target we have to meet, babe. So we need to get as many.
What's our
as we
target?
can.
We've got KPIs.
What's our target?
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the Edge.
Welcome back to the show.
Hey, we're back.
Woo! God, what have you guys been drinking during the voice break?
Nothing, Chang.
Pure heroin.
Okay, good.
What are you doing in the studio, Chang? You got a cool story to tell us.
Well, I just have to say, being the only Asian guy in this building.
Yeah. Is that true?
No, one of the guys at the Rock is Asian.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Melanie, our new website girl, is Asian.
Oh, yeah, good.
Racist.
I cannot claim that anymore.
Racism.
You're not unique anymore.
Oh, damn it. No, so what happened today? Steph from The Night Show, and who's also our newsreader during the week, so she came up to me and was like, Chang, do you know how to change the password on the computer? And then I looked at her. Why? Because I'm Asian? I know how to do it?
Yeah.
Which I actually did know how to do it because I'm Asian.
It's so great that in our office, Chang is the IT guy.
Yeah. Oh, it had a dial in Asian.
There is nothing special about Chang's computer abilities. He has, I'd say, average to poor level of computer skills based on his age and ethnicity.
Whoa.
But for some reason, because he's Asian, everyone thinks he's brilliant. And I guess it's positive, almost positive stereotyping, isn't it?
I don't.
Why don't you think it's positive?
No.
It's a compliment.
I don't think he's brilliant. That's
what I'm saying. I'm saying he's bad. He's terrible.
If I need computer advice, I ask the boss Leon because he's little and always wears nice shoes and a nice shirt, so I automatically assume he's a nerd.
That's stereotyping as well. People think I'm intelligent because I wear glasses. It's stereotyping.
Horribly wrong.
I'm an idiot.
Do people think that you play basketball because you're tall and white?
Yep, and that's very offensive. I do play basketball and I am tall and white, but still, it's offensive, you know?
You play basketball though.
Yeah, I do. That's what I'm saying.
And you are tall.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
White.
That's what I just said.
I wasn't listening.
And you play offense
on the bench.
One of my favorite types of stereotyping when playing basketball was we'd always get terrified when there was a brown dude on the other team.
Okay.
Like the team from Christchurch would always have like an African kid or something like that, and he would be rubbish. He'd be way down the end of the bench, but whenever he'd check in, we're always like, watch out for the black dude. Double team the black dude. Why is everyone going, that's just honestly what was going through our minds. We thought because he was brown, because he was looked like LeBron James, we thought he was going to be awesome.
Playing in rugby in Auckland, whenever there is a Fijian player in the back line, everyone's always like, watch out for him.
He's very good.
He's going to, honestly, mark him, he's got wheels.
And the poor guy, he's probably terrible, but he doesn't get a chance because people crush him every time he gets the ball. Sharyn, Sharon's been the victim of some racial profiling before as well?
I have. When I used to go to the North City Plaza, which was the mall in Porirua, I'd walk out the back to go to the lazy lounge, where we used to play pool, and I was always the only white girl in there. And every time someone or a group of people were like, "White girl, got a dollar? White girl, come on, a dollar?" And I was like, I don't have a dollar. And they're like, "You do, you're rich, get a dollar." I was like, I don't have a dollar, but they thought just because I was white that I was automatically rich.
Happens to me a lot.
He said, why do you get racially profiled?
Because I'm Māori, and so everyone assumes that I'm good at touch rugby. They just see me and they're like, man, he'll be good at touch rugby.
You're not Māori, and you're terrible at touch rugby, Clint.
No, he is Māori.
How Māori is he?
A little bit.
How little?
Your dad's Māori,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kia ora.
He is. He actually is. Wait till you see him in the summer. But I reckon that people think that about touch rugby because you have really long arms, not because you're Māori.
I was having a little bit of a joke.
You're the worst Māori guy I've ever seen in my life.
No,
Okay,
I am Māori, but I'm shit at touch rugby.
Yeah, usually they're funny as well, and you're not. We got Aki on the phone.
Man, you've been hard fire today, girl. Man.
Okay.
It's okay, girl.
So harsh.
Oh, thanks, girl. Is that it?
Who have we got on the phone? Aki.
Aki, tell us about the time you've been racially profiled.
Hello.
Hello. Tell us your story, babes.
So I'm half Japanese and half Kiwi.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up in Japan, so while I was there, I was basically the only white person at school. So that was one thing. I was kind of discriminated as the white person. They'd call me blondie when I'm brunette though, so it was a bit of a
they called you blondie when you're brunette.
Yeah, but you don't you don't have the black Japanese here, right?
Blonde compared to black though.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and so when I'm here, I'm the token Asian. So my friends in high school used to always ask me how to do their math homework and whatnot.
This is exceptional.
I don't have a clue.
Oh man, you just can't win, can you?
So
I never win.
In both
the outsider.
In both countries, she was racially stereotyped. That is exceptional. We've got some.
I'm always racially discriminated, no matter where I am. So.
Oh, well, we love you, and we know you're not good at maths.
We've got some amazing. Stereotypes on the text machine. I get racially profiled because I'm African descent, and girls automatically think I have a huge
Oh, that
You
sounds
guys know what I'm
horrible.
talking about. That would be bad though, eh?
Oh yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Are you saying that are you being sarcastic there, Clint? That'd be terrible.
Initially I was, but then there'd be high expectations.
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
it?
get home
You'd
and
be
you're like, this is trouble. This is very disappointing.
Unless you follow through with the stereotype.
Here's a good one from the text machine. When our company was doing renovations at a gym, I got asked to break into a woman's car. I said jokingly, are you asking because I'm Maori? And she got real red real quick.
That would get very awkward.
Yuck.
All right, another one on the phone.
Andrew, tell us your story.
My story is that I am a giant man, and at work, people want me to lift things, but what they don't realise is that I'm actually just a giant homosexual with no muscles. And I honestly, I want everything to be right with my hair and my uniform to be tucked in. I don't bend well because I'm 6'4" and 120 kilos. So just lift your old goddamn cups yourself.
Awesome.
Oh, Andrew, maybe you should just turn around and just tell them that no, just don't do it for them.
No, I will. Last time what I did is I lifted up some cups and then dropped them, and I was like, oh, my back, I've broken my back, fanny back rib.
Andrew, if
I
it makes you feel better, profiling you on just your voice, you sound like quite a small homosexual.
Yes, please. All my life I've just wanted to be a small homosexual. not in that area, if you know what I mean. Watch out, you three. Watch out.
Andrew, I love you. You're my favourite caller of the week, and you need to hold the line because we're going to give you a prize.
Oh, God, thank you.
Thank you.
So what did we learn here? Don't judge a book by its cover.
That's
And
lovely.
don't judge a book by its mother.
And Sharyn has no money, even though she's a white girl.
Guys, Sharyn and Clint. Itch.
It's day 4 or 5, I can't remember, of the Royals' boring town of New Zealand. What do people think about the Royal Tour, by the way? Are people into it?
I really love it. I've spent most of today just going, oh, looking at pictures of baby George.
What do they do? They do no tricks. They're useless.
What do you mean no tricks? I've got one of the cutest babies in the world travelling our country.
They
at the
just
moment.
walk around. It's costing the New Zealand people $1 million to do this, to have these rich people walk around
But look at how much
showing off their baby and doing nothing.
But look at how much great media attention we're getting all around the world, showing all these different sites of New Zealand more than just the Hobbit.
I guess it's a promo exercise, but
And
is
she's
it really?
real hot.
Yeah, and it's like the where they stayed in the Wairarapa, that place that they stayed at is on all of the sites at the moment with a tour going through it, so it's great revenue for them because people will come and stay there.
And man, she's hot.
Oh yeah, and she's hot.
Clint's raised the point that she's hot. So anyway, I feel like it's a complete waste of time. We're not taking them to great places. Today they're at some air museum in Blenheim.
Okay, so
Standing in front of a Nazi plane. That was a bit weird, do you understand?
okay, so now I understand where the hatred comes from.
Yeah, because today's Guy's Travel Guide is in Blenheim.
So
by the way.
I've pre-listened to this travel guide to Blenheim.
Yeah.
Can I just, first of all, on behalf of the rest of the show, apologise to Blenheim and say that, Blenheim, I think you're beautiful, and last time I was there I had a really good time.
Hey, I just want to let you know that I hate Blenheim with all the passion in my heart. I'm from Nelson. We're blood rivals with Blenheim. We played them in rugby many times, kicked their ass in basketball, and Blenheim, this one's for you.
I just like
I'm Guy the Travel Guy, and welcome to Guy the Travel Guy's Guide to Travel. Today, I'm in Blenheim. No! Merciful God, why have you forsaken me? I hate my life. I wish a fiery pit of hell would take me and swallow me now. Sorry about that, but Blenheim is the worst place in the world. I'm in Blenheim to coincide with the Royals' boring tour of New Zealand, day 4. Why did they come to Blenheim? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Today, for some reason, those rich royal dudes went to Blenheim and the Omaka Aviation History Museum. I'm not sure how they came to that decision. Okay, guys, the Royals are coming. This is a big deal for New Zealand. Where should we take them?
Or how about the Omaka Aviation History Museum?
Perfect.
I was only joking.
Blenheim is located in the northeastern tip of the South Island and is a natural rival to Nelson, my hometown and the unofficial capital of the South Island. Blenheim is famously the worst place in New Zealand. They constantly think they're better than Nelson, even though they definitely aren't. Just because you got Burger King bloody 2 months before us, you ain't nothing. You got nothing, Blenheim. There's nothing to do there, and Nelson had a McDonald's way before you anyway, so sucked in. Oh, Guy, but what about our famous wineries and winery tours? Winery tours aren't even a thing. Blenheim just made up wine tours to hide the fact that you're basically touring and paying money for a walk-around and overhyped grape farm. And then, of course, they wheel out Anika Moa to do an acoustic gig before anyone notices that your mum is so drunk that she's now secretly telling people that she secretly loves black guys. In conclusion, Blenheim sucks. Blenheim sucks. Blenheim sucks. Blenheim is pussies. That's all for Guy's Travel Guide to Travel this week. We'll see you next week. Ka kite anō.
Guy Malachi Williams.
I thought that was professional and objective.
That was so unprofessional. I've got a message for you from everyone in Blenheim. Guy Williams sucks! Guy Williams is pussy! We hate you!
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the bloody edge.
Sometimes I worry I'm not being honest with myself.
The Edge, that's Hot Shell Ray. It's honestly...
What did you say, Rachel?
Nothing.
Why do you keep talking when the microphone's coming on?
Tell us what
I was
you
just
said.
a bit of Rachel Smalley there, guys.
What did you say?
I just thought it was funny to have real moments of truth just before we come out of silence. Be like, sometimes, guys, I just feel trapped in a life that I don't want to lead. Welcome back to The Edge. We're back on the show.
Okay.
How are ya?
This could be fun. Let's do that for the rest of the show. And each time we have to say something truthful about ourselves.
Okay, all right.
Just as the mic comes on.
Drop a truth bomb back in there.
So, but when we come back from every song...
Until 6 o'clock. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So right now I've got an embarrassing truth bomb to drop, guys. I've reached the point in my life, I'm a 26-year-old male, and I have had to move back in with my parents.
What? Why? You've got 2 jobs. You can afford to pay rent.
You think I'd have it more together, but I've been in absolute shambles. I've been kicked out of my flat twice recently.
Aww.
And now I have nowhere to turn, nowhere to go, except back in with mum and pop.
Did you get kicked out of your flat because you're really loud? Because we came round to your house for a meeting once and we woke the entire apartment up and they hated you.
Well, everyone hates me most of the time for my loudness, but that wasn't the reason at all. There was various other factors, but basically the landlord thought that I was on drugs.
Are you kidding?
Which I do not do any drugs. I'm the most sober person in the world. But weirdly, my flat is just an absolute mess because I'm very lazy. And so I feel like it changed ownership and the new owners didn't want to have a bar of me in my messy ways.
Your landlord would have come around, the floor would have been covered in trash, and you would have been slithering around on the tiles going, I'm a snake, I'm a slippery snake. And the landlord would have gone, he's on drugs, get him out. But if he'd spent more than a day with you, he'd realise that's just your daily routine. That's just what you're like from time to time.
So the awkward repercussions of my bad actions is that I now have to live with my parents. Thanks, Mum and Dad. I love you, Gary and Roseanne, and you're beautiful people. But it's not the easiest thing you have to do.
You've got to concede defeat, especially as a man, I feel. You've got to concede a little bit of defeat and be like, Mum, I didn't make it in the real world. I'm coming back.
Yeah, I feel like I'm disappointing them already. So I've been trying to compile a list of pros and cons, the good and the bad things about living at home. One of the worst things already is I can hear my dad snore. That's not a lot of fun.
It's not what I thought you were going to say.
Are you sleeping in the bed with them?
No,
you little spoon.
It's an apartment and the walls are very thin. One of the pros is my mum's cooking. Previously my eating was literally depressing. Like one of the nights before I moved out, my dinner was some apples for nutrition, that was my mains, and cheesels for dessert. That's what I ate because I had no food left. A con is that you can't have sex. A pro is that I wasn't having sex beforehand anyway, so it's just the same. A con is that you got to see your dad walking around in the nude. A pro is that occasionally you get to see your mum walking around in the nude.
God.
There's many pros and cons. Text into 3343 if you've got any things that you experiences that you have about living at home with your parents.
Okay.
You're supposed to do it subtly, mate, so people can't...
The Edge. That's Aloe Black. It's the man.
We're doing this thing called the Rachel Smalley of Truth up until 6 o'clock tonight, where at the end of each song, one of us has to say a truth about themselves. But it's supposed to be real subtle so that only some people can get it. But Clint's just like, I've actually got ginger facial
So anyway, speaking of truths, I'm moving back in with my parents, and it's a little bit awkward. There's many pros and many cons involved.
What are the pros?
I thought you were going to throw a phone line or something like that professionally. I'm trying to make this show like a proper show.
Oh, maybe we'll get rid of you then. Crystal, what's the pros and cons of moving in with your parents?
I've just moved back with my parents, early last year, and I've walked into my parents having sex twice. This year.
Twice this year?
Move out!
Yeah, if it was that easy, I would.
It's like they enjoy getting you catching them.
They probably do.
You've added an element of danger to their sex life.
It's literally disgusting.
But now you're older, do they try and hide it, or are they like, hey, Crystal, can you get out, please? We're in the middle of something here.
Pretty much.
Hey, Crystal.
Yuck.
Crystal, come in here. Look what I'm doing to your mum. No, Dad, I don't want to see anymore.
Clint, that is so mean to Crystal. Oh, my microphone just broke. I hope that you can escape your parents' sex life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
You think what, sorry?
I think they enjoy it.
Okay, Crystal.
I think they do. Thanks. Hey, this is saying the F word guy.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's happening on the text machine?
The text machine, someone said pros, you save money and eat better. Everything is done for you. And for Guy, you and your dad can hit the strip clubs together. So thank you for whoever texted that in. I do not go to strip clubs with my dad.
Is your parents' house, the apartment that you're staying at, is it central?
Yeah, it's right in the middle of town, and it's right next to a strip club, so it's very convenient.
Don't hijack my joke.
It's across the road from Hush Hush.
I hope you find a flat soon that's making you very titchy when you come to work.
Do we have any calls to go to or anything like that?
No, we had the calls just before.
Did I miss the calls?
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
Great moment on Friday. I don't know if people are aware of this, but I've been doing an ad campaign for the health promotion agency, Say Yeah Nah, which is...
Senior billboards everywhere.
You're unescapable.
It's encouraging people to drink responsibly, which I think is a fantastic thing. Fortunately, we had a bit of an advertising failure on Friday when we were a recommended link on Facebook. Directly below us was an ad for Heineken and Jono and Bennett 10. How awkward is that? It's just sometimes the placement goes terribly, terribly wrong.
So you're up there saying, say yeah, nah, bro, and then your mates, Jono and Bennett, are directly below you going, drink a Heineken, man.
Ben Hurley texts me going, I feel like I'm getting mixed messages here and I don't know which one to do. You're like, you have a Heineken and then you're like, oh, drink responsibly, and then you have another Heineken and eventually you're probably, let's be honest, the Heineken's probably going to win on that one.
The Heineken's probably going to win because their name, Jono and Ben, and then it's just you saying, say yeah, nah, bro.
One of the, are you saying that John and Ben's got more pull than me?
Maybe.
Well, they actually have a name in
That's
the show.
what I was going for, yeah.
Clearly they're cooler.
It happens all the time on the internet now when ads are just kind of placed slightly in the wrong place. Like, the other day on stuff.co.nz there was a story about women embracing their figures, and then the ad next to it was 5 ways to get a flat stomach now.
Oh, I would have clicked on that one.
I saw that on Stuff as well. I saw an article, it was about a girl who was addicted to exercising. It was a video article up last week about this girl in Australia who's addicted to exercising, and it's ruining her health because she has to exercise. And you know how they make you watch an ad before videos now? The ad that came up before you watched that video was for Sterling Sport and their winter sale.
Amazing.
To go and get some new sports gear.
Amazing.
Not ideal.
The best thing to do is just Google advertising fails. I've got one here. Man plunges to his death. Tragic end to fishing holiday. And the ad below it is for marital separation, and the ad just says,
Oh, no.
Such bad timing. Unbelievable. I think it's one of those things where people should definitely... There needs to be a human involved because computers get it wrong so often.
Yeah.
Picture this in your head. An ad for a yoga company and an exercise product where a woman is bended over. Pitch this. The billboard next to it is a massive carrot that looks like it's about to be inserted into her anus.
Oh my God.
Someone needs to be on top of these things, that's all I'm saying.
The internet's too big. There's always going to be someone putting a carrot in someone's anus.
It happened to us today on our crisscross video.
It did. Someone put a carrot in Guy's anus.
No, that is not what happened at all.
It's a great reason to watch the video. Guy gets a carrot in his anus.
You cannot see that in the video. The video is 100% family friendly.
Right.
Why didn't you say yeah, nah to that, bro?
Yeah.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you for the music, the songs that I'm bringing. Okay.
Are we recording this?
Yo, welcome to the podcast. We are out of here. We told you it wouldn't last. Oh, G-Dub in the corner. Get on here like your little gym corner.
I got a little bit stressed out when you threw to me, but then I realized that I roll like G. I got flows on the top of the dome like nothing else that you're gonna get when you come to Guy's house. I live with my parents.
You live with your parents, you should come and live with me because everything I put my hands on soaks up like a tampon. What? That happened.
Yeah, that was
bitches.
it.
That was
Hey, go
so
watch-
gross.
Go watch that rap video, though.
We should plan these next time.
We should leave before we.
That was a famous line. I
we've
didn't make that
peaked.
up. Biggie's girlfriend rapped that. Charlie Baltimore.
Wow.
Everything I put my hands on soaks up like a tampon. Play y'all, putting up the hottest LP. Since shit, y'all gonna have to tell me, cause I'm a hip hop menage a trois, and y'all jealous cause I'm fucking with the 2 hottest underground fellas.
Told you we peaked.
Yeah, we really did.
The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.